So I don't know if you saw this, but Rahm Emanuel, who used to be, the sort of soothsayer of Obama land, very famous Democrat strategist who's been floating that he wants to run for president. And he uses this line that Democrats spent too much time in the bathroom and not enough time in the classroom, which I actually think is a pretty decent line. Um, the Democratic approval rating, according to a new poll from Harris and Harvard released, found that only 4 in 10 correspondents approve of the job that the Democratic Party does. So the approval rating is underwater at 40%. I want to show you this clip of Rahm Emanuel talking about why he thinks the Democrat Party is a mess. Number 5, please.
Just to give you a sense of how bad we are, Democratic Party is less popular than Elon Musk right now. That should be like a wake-up call how bad. And the Republican parties stab you in the back. The Democratic Party, we disappoint you. And I think if you look at these numbers, the Democrats are harder on the Democratic Party than others. And the reason is because they got disappointed. And they have every right to be disappointed in the leadership. But what is interesting to me, at least going into the midterm and 2025 off year, is if you look at every special election and you look at every primary, turnout among Democrats is off the charts.
So I want to know from you, how do Democrats come back out of this? Because I actually think like Mandani and the socialist uprising within the Democrat Party is scaring a lot of people. And I have people asking me, I'm sure the same way you too, Mary Catherine, all the time, like, how can Democrats fix this? How can Democrats fix this? And my advice, they don't want to take. They don't want to appeal to moderates. They don't want to appeal to independents.
Right.
They just want to go full socialist. What do you make of this and Rahm's comments?
Yeah, I think Rahm is correct. He's been sensible on a couple of things, particularly the thing where he said the bathroom versus the classroom. Like, they weren't connecting with people's real lives and what mattered to them. In many cases, they seemed like the crazier option than Donald Trump, right? So that's a testament to how far they went. Now, I do think there's an issue when you have, I know I'm not being kind here, but like when you have the crazy option, which is Mandani, right? The more ideologically socialist option versus the more normie option. And your more normie option is like Andrew Cuomo, who is like corruption ridden and super unlikable and just arrives on the scene and is like, aren't you lucky to vote for me?
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be a winning recipe. I would argue that there isn't super high demand for a Rahm Emanuel either in this capacity, but he is, I think, doling out some truths they need to hear. Whether they're going to act on them is another thing, because Mandani, of course, has the fire and the fundraising. And I think anyone, for those who are interested in turning the party a little bit more centrist, anyone who can talk is a threat, right, to that project. Anyone of the far left who can talk and is like, he's got a smile on his face, his graphics are interesting, like he's like, it's an interesting package, right? And a lot of people, if you're going to have a vibes election and they're looking at Mandani versus Andrew Cuomo, the vibes are going that direction, right? A lot of people are not as ideological as I am, even if the crazy kind of freaks them out. So I think you have to be careful who you're running against. The charming guy who's a socialist.
Well, Andrew Cuomo's like, you're right. He's like such a garbage person and a garbage candidate. Like, I really can't stand him. And you're right. He's like, my last name's Cuomo. You're going to clearly vote for me because I'm a Politico Nepo baby. Like, yes. Like, and he's, I think people forget he has a really dark history in New York. Even when I was living in New York, and our friend Janice Dean, this horrible tragedy in her family where both her in-laws died as a result of him putting COVID positive patients in nursing homes. Like, he's been Me Too'd. He's like, he's an absolute garbage person. So I agree with you.